What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. I am Phil. So, I have another spooky cat story. So, the situation is, when I first got married, I lived with my ex-wife in her house, and we lived there. She had another house a little further away, like a kind of vacation house that they kept in the family. So it's been in there for generations. And this is where it gets creepy. So hang on. Go get popcorn, something to drink right now, because you don't want to miss it. So, one night, my wife at the time did not tell me anything. She told me she didn't want to say anything because she wanted to see what I saw or if I noticed things. So, we're sitting multiple times. We're sitting on the couch. And over here is a stairway going down. And every once in a while, I would see something. It was small. It looked like the size of a cat. Something caught my eye, running down and running up, running down and running up. And I would catch it out of the corner of my eye. But I never caught it fully, but I could catch it enough that, and no, I'm not crazy, I could catch it enough that it was the size, and I described it, of a cat. And after a few times, I looked at my ex-wife and I said, "Hun, did you have a cat here that died? Because I keep seeing something going up and down the stairs." And she looked at me and she kind of laughed. And I go, "What are you laughing at?" She goes, "Well, I didn't want to spook you, but yes, we had a cat that died. One of my mother's cats died in here, and he used to run up and down the stairs all the time." Okay, great. So we have a ghost cat. Wonderful. I said, "What else you not telling me?" She says, "I'm not going to tell you anything." She just says she refuses to go to the basement. Great. That's my job now. Gotta go to the spooky basement, which I only went a couple times. But the best story is yet to come. So, after all that passed, I accepted that. This is going to be a little bit of a long video. We're in bed, and it's one of those antique metal beds. I guess from her grandmother or something like that. And so, a couple of nights go by, and we're just visiting. We weren't sitting there. We weren't like living there full time. So, a couple of times we're in bed and I felt the bed shake. So I'm thinking, okay, a truck went by. Great. All right. So, after a couple times, it was kind of weird because it was two different types of shake. Like I said, it had a metal headboard and a metal, girder type of thing, back frame and everything. You could feel the bed shake a little bit, like as if somebody kind of went, "Hey, who are you?" or "Wake up." That's what it felt like to me. So I felt that, but that was one thing. But when I felt it shake from the side, as if someone leaned against it, that's what kind of raised my eyebrows. And I went, that's different. So I said to her, "Do you ever feel this bed shake by itself?" And I don't think it's trucks. She looked at me, turned on the light, and she says, "Yes." I said, "Great." I rolled my eyes and I went, "Oh boy, tell me this story." So she tells me that she thinks it's her grandmother who died in the house, because it's from family house and a lot of things happened. And she thinks she checks up on her, and for some reason maybe she doesn't recognize me. That's all I can think of. So that was creepy enough. But the scariest story my ex-wife ever told me, she used to have these dreams as a kid that they would be in her bedroom and she could look down the hallway, and I guess her sister was in another room, and she would wake up in the middle of the night sometimes, and she would see gnomes dragging her sister through the hallway and down the stairs. So this happened a couple of times, she told me. But one time, I think she said she got up and peeked, and everything stopped. One gnome stopped and looked directly at her. Of course, it freaked her out. And to this day, she still doesn't know if it was real or not because she was a little kid. And it was just weird. And that, yeah, I'm even getting chills at that one. But still, that was one of those creepy times. I don't know. So all I can think of is either she's possessed and I just kind of married into a possession type of thing, or everybody's crazy. What do you think? Tell me your best ghost stories.